In this lecture, you will learn how to use the AWS context logger instead of sysout statements. To do that, the handler function in our patient checkout Lambda should receive the additional parameter context. And from the context, we can retrieve the logger, import the context from Lambda runtime. Context.getLogger will give us the logger object. Hit Ctrl 1, assign statement to a new local variable. Logger is fine. Instead of sysouts, you can get rid of this and you can say logger.log instead. Copy that, paste it wherever we have sysouts. One more right there. Logger.log. On this guy, we need to invoke the toString method. The sysout will automatically invoke the toString method, but the log method is not aware of it. That is the reason we are calling the toString method on patient checkout events. And then the exception, the JSON mapping exception is what is being thrown currently because of the corrupt data. If you look at the CloudWatch logs, you see this JSON mapping exception. So I'm going to update this catch block alone for now to use the logger.log instead of the weird log we are seeing. We will see a better log statement. To do that, first we'll use the e.print stack trace, but we'll print it to a new print writer, and this new print writer will take a string writer. New string writer. So we are putting the exception log into a string because the logger.log needs string data, or we can just display the exception message. Since we want the entire stack trace, this is how it should be done. We take the stack trace, put it into a string writer object, then we pass that string writer object or convert this string writer object to a string. Hit Ctrl 1, extract to a local variable, call it string writer, and you pass that string writer, invoke the toString method, and we are good to go. So you can have similar code in all your catch blocks. Right now we are dealing with only this JSON mapping exception for demonstration. That is the reason I have added these lines here. Save it, go to the build one more time. Do a deploy. I will pause the recording as the deployment will take some time. Once that is done, we will upload the file again. We can go to S3 and delete that file while this deployment happens. Go to S3, or we can rename the file and upload it. It's up to you how you want to do it. I'm going to S3, go to patient checkout bucket, delete this last file, which is the corrupt data JSON. Click on delete. It will ask for a confirmation. Copy this permanently, delete, paste it in the text box, delete the object, and it's gone. Now we'll be able to upload it once the deployment finishes. I'll pause the recording while it finishes. Complete. Now we can go back to S3 service and do the upload again. Click on this exit button. We are back to the bucket. Click on upload. Let's add the file one more time with the corrupt data. Open that. Scroll down. Click on upload. Once the upload is complete, we can go check the logs for the Lambda function. So you can go back to Lambda or go to the log group, which is a little harder. Let's go to Lambda and come back, or you can filter it out right here. It's up to you. I'm going back to Lambda, the easier route. Patient checkout function. Go to monitoring, view CloudWatch logs. Let's see if the log looks better this time. Click on the log stream right there. Look at the logs. So that ugly logging for the exception is gone. Here is our exception line thanks to the AWS context logger or the AWS Lambda context logger. If you open this, it still has the entire stack trace and we'll know what exact exception has happened. Unexpected end of input, expected close marker of array, because we got rid of the bracket at the end. So that is how you can use the Lambda context logger instead of sysout statements if you are working with simple Lambdas.